Every morning I wake up with a different song stuck in my head. And it's seldom a song that I've actually listened to recently. So I started taking note, and last night I woke up this morning really early with Crown of Creation stuck in my head by Jefferson Airplane. And I hadn't listened to the song in years. But as I was flipping through my LPs yesterday, I flipped by it, so it must have been in my subconscious. But the particular line that stuck in my head this morning was this: in loyalty to their kind, they cannot tolerate our minds, and in loyalty to our kind, we cannot tolerate their obstruction. This was from the song Crown of Creation, and when Jefferson Airplane came up with this song, originally, from what I've heard, that the song was taken from a story, and it was put into a song form. But the song, I'm not sure if that's true, nor do I care, because that's not the point. The point is that line that popped into my head is so relevant to every generation. In loyalty to their kind, they cannot tolerate our minds. I mean, all the people in charge of this world, even if they agree with what we think and the ideas that we have, they can't always act on that because, kind of like the way the president gets blamed for everything. He could jump out and go against everything and say, I'm just going to change this for all the people that want it, and you're not going to do anything about it. It doesn't work that way. I don't see Obama as any more of a failure than any other president, but it's not about Obama. This is about leadership in general. And the second half of it is, in loyalty to our kind, we cannot tolerate their obstruction. Now, this simple phrase really resonates with me. It puts the understanding that there are two sides, there are multiple sides to this, what's going on in the world right now, but mostly we seem to look at it as us and them. And we expect them to bend to our will because we can see where they're leading us, the people in charge are leading us, and where we're going with this. That song, Crown of Creation, the term Crown of Creation refers to humanity as being the pinnacle, the crown, the top, this is it. Now we can totally destroy ourselves, because that's what we basically do. I mean, hell, on the album cover, I think that there's a nuclear explosion, an atomic bomb, mushroom cloud on the front. So, that kind of says a little bit about it. A lot of people say, why don't we act like we did in the 60s? Why don't we stand up for ourselves and really get active? And we do, but we just don't know how. And they had a lot less to fight for in the 60s. I mean, they could focus all of their efforts towards either nuclear power or nuclear war, or they could just put it all towards Vietnam like they did. Now we have too many wars in too many places and too many things going on and too many ways we're dying, and it's hard to put all that into an organized. This is what happened with the Occupy Wall Street movement. The original idea was lost among the woodwork because so many people were out there not knowing what they were protesting. They were just mad. They're mad about everything. You can't blame them for it. It's okay to be pissed off. There's a lot of injustice out there, but they may not be able to tolerate our minds, but we cannot tolerate their obstruction either. And we do need to stand up for ourselves, even if we are confused and lost, at least to an extent. I hate to try to attribute the 60s movement to LSD, but the plain fact is it was a huge part of it. I mean, LSD was a major part of the 60s and the hippie movement. And I won't get into psychedelics because anybody who's taken them already knows, and anybody who hasn't won't have a clue what I'm talking about. But there's a family that understands and that has seen glimpses of how we got ourselves into this problem that we're into. And when that lyric stuck in my head, I had to go listen to the song. Now I'm going to go off and listen to the rest of the album because, a lot of good 60s music brings back a lot of emotion that came with the times. And now that we have more than ever to fight for, we tend to be having less and less of a result. Because while we've hardened our resolve to change things, those in charge and those who keep us down have also hardened their resolve to figure out how to deal with people like us. These are people who have billions of dollars into studies on how to make people look crazy if they have a point. Like, you know, you go out and you make a statement about, hey, this and this and this, the government's doing this, and they just make you look like a loony. I mean, it's really easy to do. But anyway, songs, music, peace.